Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Right, it's Tuesday. Tuesday is request day, and this map is unusual because it's being requested not by one person, not by 2 people, not even by 3, but by 4 different people. That's unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. Now, the first person to request it was Certain Death, so you're the one that's going to get the credit for putting your head over the parapet, and Certain Death is probably what would happen if you ever put your head over the parapet. But the other 3 people, I have made a note of your numbers, if not your names, so I apologise for that. Now, today's creator is very prolific at the moment, is producing a lot of maps. We have done them twice in the past, episodes 171 and 202, where they got 7 and 12 stars respectively, which is an improvement. Is today going to be an improvement? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is by getting your finger out, waggling it around, and slapping it down on the like button. Yes, please. That's right, hitting the like button really does help to support the show. Thank you so much for all your good thoughts and well wishes and like button hits. You're lovely people. Right, okay, today's map is Elephant Butt Map by It's Okay. Yeah, there's a joke about my Lithuanian fictional neighbour there, isn't there? We better not talk about her right now. There's your start square, all good there, very happy with that too. And then if we go off to the resources page, it's all going on down the river valley. I would like to have seen it extended out a little bit because there's a lot of extra build plane there as well. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it doesn't look like much, but it does show a one-click collection. So if we have a look at that, not only is there a collection, but there are instructions for Daylight Classic, for Sun Shafts, and for Clouds and Fog Toggler. So we'll be doing all of those. There is a theme and no LUTs, so we're running with no LUTs. Everything else is just like trees and detailing items, and also a catenary-free railway line. Now, with the fog switched off, we can see the glitching that the road, so it starts off here, and the way that it's been detailed. Credit for that. I wasn't expecting that. I've never seen that before, and it's okay. You get a big slap on the back for that little bit of detailing just on the edge of the map. Normally wouldn't have been seen, so well done there. Now, the roads. The roads are pretty good. They're equidistant pretty much all of the way, and you know what? They are S-bending around a lot, but in an aesthetic kind of way. They're not zigzagging. They're just weaving. Now, I'm pretty sure in real life a more direct line would have been taken, but this isn't real life. This is an aesthetically pleasing map. When I say aesthetically pleasing, I'm talking about the theme. The theme is everything with this map. It's just got such a lovely colour to it. And all the textures, which we'll look at after the asset review break, all the textures really work beautifully with each other. And if I can get my map looking half as good as this, even though this is not my normal sort of colour scheme and like format, oh, hang on, intersection time. And, it's a bridge. It's not an intersection. Well, how do you get from this top highway down to the bottom highway? Well, we'll talk about the themes and LUTs and whatever later on, but I do want to talk about this highway. The one we're following at the moment doesn't go to the start square. It cuts across the map, cuts across the main highway, and doesn't connect up at all, which I thought was a bit weird. And I also thought this was clipping onto the road, but it isn't, so we'll let it go. Yeah, this one just goes across the map and doesn't connect up at all, which is really brave, I think, actually. I'm going to be honest with you. For me, normally I'd moan like an old ninny for hours about that, wouldn't I? I would. Let's join the main highway now. I would moan and groan about that one. Do you know what? I like it on this map. I actually do. I really do think it adds to the gameplay potential in this occasion. There's a couple of things about this map that normally would be an issue that I really enjoy. And the fact that you'd have to, create an intersection there to join the two highways together kind of works for me. Something about it, I don't know what. But yeah, there's that there. We're just going to go straight past it. It's a really odd choice, and for me, on this occasion, it really works. We've got the rail there that's dipped it under there. We've got a little bit of foliage clipping through as well, but nothing too bad. Nothing too bad at all. And then a bridge over the river. We've got some more foliage clipping through. In fact, more than clipping through here. If we come down to road level, we can actually see it's growing right the way through the concrete. There she is. Oh dear, that's poor. I'm afraid it's okay. Any chance of a 5-star map for detailing has just gone out of the window. But other than that, still looking really good. Still looking really, really good. Right, here's that main intersection now. A swirly whirly one. There's no streetlight clipping at all here. I've looked long and hard, and I'm really happy with just everything about it. Yes, it's obviously plopped, but it's plopped well. It's been a good choice, and I'm a fan. So well done. It's okay for doing that one there. There's your start square, which is good and flat. Lots of empty build plane to build into there. You don't have to be destroying any forests because it's already gone for you. And then if we then head back on out, which way shall we go? Now that follows the river all the way up to the edge of the map. Not too much to see up that way, so we won't go that way. Except for... no, once again, I figured that bush looked like it was clipping in there. It's obviously just the LOD there, so we'll just ignore that. And we'll carry on the way we were going. We'll go this way. We'll go this way. And now over... This is over the rail. Road over rail is all good. We've got, yeah, no problems there. Just looking at the highways, trying to work out whether they're wobbling around, but everything's really nicely within tolerance. Quite happy with all of that. There's no traffic running down here, though, which is a little bit of a worry. And to be honest with you, I didn't notice when I was recording. So I don't know if there's a problem there at all. Is it connected up at the edge of the map? I'm not sure at all, and it's too late for me to check because I'm now narrating over the voiceover. It's, oh my goodness me, no. Oh dear, that's bad news. I feel like I have to go back now and re-record the whole show, but I haven't got time to. How did I not notice there was no traffic along there? That's very weird. Very weird indeed. Okay, we've got a little bit of... We've got foliage. We've got no catenaries down here. We do have this willow tree trying to uproot the rail there. And we've got some really nice... Because we have no catenaries, we've got trees that can hang over. So long as they're above the height of the train, I'm happy with those. That's good. It's a good choice of rail. But yes, I'm a bit concerned about that highway now. I will... After the show, I'm going to have a look. I'm going to go back in. Oh, we've got some slope going on here. It's a little bit too steep for my liking, I'm afraid, this cutting. I would have gone to about half that depth and maybe done a little bit of a raised bridge over the rail. But other than that, it's not too bad. Other than that. So yes, I'm going to have to go in and have a look after the show, after I finished recording, and maybe stick something in the comments. So do have a little look in the comments later on to see whether or not I've had any afterthoughts about this map and whether those roads are going to be a problem. The rail's a little bit bendy, just a little bit bendy, but not so bad. I've seen worse, and I'm liking the fact that it stays flat across here and dead ends there. Right, okay, let's do an asset review because I think my brain needs a bit of a break. I'm obviously failing today. Now, today's asset you do need the Industries DLC for. This is the very small warehouse. I actually like the way FineBuild has used, I don't know if it's a typo, but a lowercase s for small. I really do like that. This is a lovely little asset. It is part of the new Industries DLC, or it's not part of it, it's for use with the Industries DLC, but I would use this full stop regardless if it's possible to use it without the Industries. I don't think it is, but yeah, lovely unit. Loving the parking on the first floor as well, the little drive-in. All the detailing on this is really the highest standard. It's kind of like got an early 20th century vibe to it. Love it. Very small warehouse by FineBuild. Today's a DLC asset of the day, and there's more DLC assets to come later this week. And so off to Themington Island for this week's theme and LUT combo, which is San Miniato by Mark Fire with the Cold Embrace LUT. Now, Factoids, because Factoids. And this week we're still on animals. Now you'll notice that the tide is out here. I'm sorry, I left the tides on, having done a little bit of work on my map and then come to do the theme and LUT reviews. Oopsie, never mind, my mistake. Be fixed next week. Factoids. The flying snake of the Southeast Asia glides from tree to tree. Beware of those flying snakes. That's the last thing you want, isn't it? The cat, the camel and the giraffe all walk the same way, moving front and back legs on one side together. How do they not fall over? Mind you, I suppose they could say the same about us only having two legs moving one at a time. But yeah, I never really thought about that. I'm going to have a little look at the old cat, the camel and the giraffe. Maybe they all fall over and we just don't see it. There's no shipping routes on this map because it's a very narrow river. We've got some air routes though, and they are nicely curved, very pretty. Now the water dead ends, and that's fine, that's okay. It means the water is going to be pushing downstream without question. Once again, it's a little bit of fog detailing out there, which with the fog switched off you can see, and I'm okay. It's nice and tidy and not overcomplicated, and that's all good. Now we've got a fairly strong water flow running down the river, but it is very narrow, and therefore there's a limited amount of water coming down here. And when it goes through the start square, which is about here, roughly about here, you can see that, well, if you've got a big city on the go, this river is going to struggle somewhat. I've got a solution, and it's part of the gameplay again. Now down here we've got extra rivers all merging in together. This is where the water is. Look at it. We need the water from over here. So maybe gameplay get the water from over there. But what I would be doing is I would be making a little reservoir. And first of all, the rivers look really good, okay? The rivers look very nice indeed. But what I'd be doing is I'd be making a little man-made lake or reservoir right about here to draw my water from, because it would hold a lot more water than the river's going to be able to deal with, and I think that is the way I would deal with it. Textures, look at the textures. It's kind of like a dry cracked, and it's all over the map. It's dry and cracked. Now we look at the textures. Let me have a look round here. I think this one was ore, right? So we come down here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is ore. There's your colour for ore. Then we pull back. Now we'll find where the oil is. I think the oil is this one here, this colour here. See how the textures are very similar and just slightly variant. I think it makes the whole map looks really real. Down here we've got the fertile land texture. Slightly green hue to it, just slightly. It's very subtle. And then down here, this is the vanilla texture and colour. So you can see just very subtle changes there. And then we got these red ridges as well, and the red ridges are what really make you identify the map. The cracks are still there. The whole map just feels a little bit dry but alive at the same time. And the colours, I would never ever build a map with these colours, or build on a map with these colours. And yet this map kind of makes me want to. And that is full credit to It's Okay. The days of his 7-star maps are long gone, because this has got a certain, I mean, he's chosen a really good selection of trees, and the detailing down the river. We've got the willows along the river and just enough detailing with the shrubs and the reeds to make you believe it's a river. And the colour of the river is really nice as well. Just got a real good vibe with this map. And look, it's huge build plains. Huge build plains. Everywhere you go, even into the hills, you can actually build up here. It's really good. Really, really good. Your votes, please. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? We will be using your votes in the end of month Viewers' Choice Awards. The top 10 maps. Will this be one? Do you know what? I would be stunned if it's not one of your top 10 maps at the end of the month. It stands out. It really does. But what do I think? Okay, aesthetically, I think it's clearly very aesthetic. Very, very aesthetic. I'm not sure it's the most beautiful map I've seen, but I'm going to give it a very strong 4 stars for aesthetics. For detailing, across the whole, very good. We have got a little bit of naughty trees, and that's about it. And because of that, it loses just the top star. It still gets a very solid 4 stars for detail. Gameplay potential. It makes me want to build a reservoir. It makes me want to build an intersection. It makes me want to build on a colour of map I've never ever play on. It's 5 stars for gameplay. Elephant Butt map by It's Okay. Wow, 13 stars? Definitely has to get the BonBonB seal of approval. I wasn't expecting to say that. When I saw the thumbnail on this map on the workshop, I said, nope, not reviewing it. You guys maybe review it. You guys have basically made me give away an extra seal of approval, you sods. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and subscribing. Click the link on the screen now to vote on an old map, or why not watch some map making with me, finishing off my final touches of my second map. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more What Map. You've been very, very welcome.